We are looking at class 10 chapter 7 information representation method XML solution. XML multiple choice questions MCQs. XML was developed to overcome the limitation of the dash markup language. SGML, you can say it is the father or the mother of XML. So some problem was there. So all these were eliminated in XML. So the answer would be SGML. Then the dash is the software that validates documents of a markup language such as XML and SGML. So there is a parser which actually does that. A parser is the software that validates the document of markup languages like the XML and the SGML. XML is a subset of, as we just said, it came from SGML, so it's a wide variety. So B, SGML is the correct answer. XML is a subset of SGML. PI, this is a component of what? Whatever is written in the document and it is given here as we start, this is known as the prologue. So pi is the component of prologue. A. Which of the following is not true about XML element? Let us learn first or read. Name of the element can start with letter or the underscore character but not with number or punctuation character. This is correct. Elements names cannot contain spaces. Let us read the last the C1 also. Element names cannot start with the word this. Oh, now this thing is the answer is C, because this cannot contain spaces. No element can contain spaces. Name can contain spaces, be it be this XML or HTML. Now element names cannot start with word XML. You will see XML dog, HTML dog, XML, all these things you will see later on when you deal with XML. So this is untrue. This is not true. Others are true. Which of the following is not a special character? This is less than ampersand quotation mark. How about this? If it would have been ampersand GT, we would have said, okay, this is correct. But at the rate, no. This is not a special character. Does the following code contain a prologue? Does it have a prologue? See, by just this code we cannot conclude. We cannot determine, this is the correct answer. We cannot determine without the DTD, document type definition. The following code is a type of what? Is it a schema or a DTD? This is a DTD, document type definition. Actually, when you make an XML, it has to follow certain rules, guidelines and schema. Or we can say it has certain governing, how this XML has been made has some governing body. This DTD is the governing body of XML. Now we'll take very short answer questions on XML. Explain the term extensible. Actually, XML, in this XML, this is extensible markup language. This has come from extensible. This X has come from here only. Extensible means you can use your code, means your tags. You don't have to worry about the predefined tag as it would happen in HTML or any markup language. So the term extensible means that you can create your own tags or user defined tags in the XML document. What is an attribute? What do you mean by an attribute? Attribute in any language is the additional information or the property. So an attribute is a property of an element which provides some additional data or information, not data but actually additional information about the element. Name a predefined markup language. So HTML is a predefined markup language. This language HTML has already defined tags, so you can only use that tags. You cannot generate your own tags. User defined tags you cannot do in HTML. That is why it is known as a predefined markup language. What is an entity? What is an entity? The XML where actual data is stored. Means XML, there has to be somewhere where actual data has to be stored between some tags. This is known as the entity. So storage unit that contains the actual data of an XML file is known as entity. Short answer questions. What is a meta language? Give an example of meta language. Those language which are able or which has the property of creating tags and other languages are known as meta language. So these are language generators. The meta language is type of language that is used to define and describe other markup languages. So the example can be XML and HTML. Give an example of XML where XML could be preferred over HTML. When the data interchange is important, when the data is important, data representation is important, storage is important, then you go for XML. When there is only presentation, means you want to see web page and that web page should be seen very beautiful, lot of animation, lot of images, tables, etc. Then you go for HTML. HTML is a makeup language. Makeup means when you go to a party, you put some makeup on your face. That is HTML. That HTML does, right? But the vitamin C, vitamin D you eat to make your face glow, that is XML. So XML is preferred in situation where you need to access specific information. Just consider you want to extract the pin code or a zip code from a given address. In that case, you will always use XML because HTML does not have any way you can go to a specific part of the text. Explain the document element. What is the document element? Actually, it is a root. Every XML has to have a root element. Between those root element, other root or the other child, subchilds will be there. So a root element is also known as the document element that contains all other elements in the XML document. That means that all the elements are actually nested, sub-nested within the root element. Or in other terms, you can say that this root element is the parent element of all other elements. So an XML document must contain at least one element that will be a parent of all other elements. Just consider this example. Here we have employees. This is our root element. All these inside, because this is also a tag, and this is also you can say a branch. This is also a branch. Inside this you have this actual data, first name, last name, first name, last name, first name, last name, right? But this is known as the document element. This is actually encapsulating every other thing inside in a proper format being described by either DTD or by the user. Give an example where HTML could be preferred over XML. When you want the web page to be very, fancy, beautiful, presentable, you go for HTML. When the data is not important or data representation is not the concern, you go for HTML. So HTML focuses on the appearance of data, while XML focuses on the data description. So in case we need, where we need to prepare a web document that contains web pages with some colorful background, well formatted text, attractive images, embedded audios and videos, XML is preferred over this HTML. Write the name of the following statement. What is this? You are giving version, you are giving the encoding type like UTF, Unicode, you say standalone equal to yes. This is nothing but the XML declaration. This statement is known as the XML declaration. Now let us see some long answer questions. Mention 5 important features of XML. So XML has various features. This is most commonly used markup languages to present and exchange data. And see, this XML is a W3C World Wide Web Consortium recommendation. That is why it is so important. There are certain salient features of XML. This is designed to describe data. That means the focus of XML is on the description of data, not its presentation. And this is designed to focus on the presentation of data. It is a structured language. That means you define, or you can define the structure of the document using tags. So XML is your defined or user defined. That implies that you can create your own tags. Platform independent. This will enable you to execute XML based application in any operating system. Language independent. You can use this XML technology with Java, .NET, PHP. It is extensible. You can create any tags, any number of tags. You can create your own tags, user-defined tags. So XML does not give you any predefined tag to structure your document. Rather, you have to create your own tags for the document. What is a well-formed document? say a well-formed XML document, there are certain guidelines and descriptive tags. If a document abide by or conform to these, we say it is a well-formed document. An XML document is well-formed if all the tags follow these guidelines and they are in proper places in the document. So when you are making an XML document and you are saying it is well formed, then the document must contain at least one element. Then it must have a root element. Element must contain the opening and closing tags. Document must follow the correct tag order. XML is case sensitive, so please be aware of that. The value of the attribute must be in double quotes. These are properties. What is a valid XML document? One is well formed, one is valid XML document. So a valid XML document is not only well formed but also it conforms to some DTD rules. DTD is document type definition rules. This helps in defining the structure of XML document with some list of valid elements. So just see a code. You'll see that this is the DTD. This is the DTD which is actually making the XML document, which will say XML document is valid or invalid. XML version, document type, email. So now email has been made with to, from, head, body. These are the email is the root and these four will be the children of your XML you are going to make. So in this code we have defined a DTD rules for structuring of XML document. We have defined the email. We have defined this email as the parent element which contains 4 child, as we just saw, to, from, heading, body. And this PC data, this implies that all this element is going to be parsed, understood, validated by XML parser. The document may be well formed but not valid. Explain this statement. This is very true because you can make a very good XML document, but it may be following rules and guidelines, but it may not be following some DTD. So an XML document is said to be well formed if it follows XML guidelines and descriptive tags. So a well formed XML document, as we just saw, it must contain at least one element, must have a root element, element must contain opening and closing tags, document must follow correct tag order, case sensitive, understand this, and the value of attribute must be double quotes. While when we are talking about valid documents, this is not only a well formed document but also conforms or abide by the DTD rules, document type definition rules, and these rules help define the structure of XML document with a list of valid elements. Write the XML code to represent a sample mark sheet. We'll make a very small mark sheet. This is your declaration statement. This is your student mark sheet. This is your root. Okay, root element. Inside this you have student details. This is only one we are making. Student name, student class, student roll number, total marks. All this content you can give. Inside the starting and ending tags. This is the XML code to represent a sample mark sheet. Create a style sheet for an XML document for the mark sheet. Style sheet is like a CSS, cascading style sheet of HTML. It is for presentation purpose. So let us make a style sheet of an XML document for the mark sheet. When we are talking about, say, some student detail, it should be in this, font size should be italic, name should be in, color should be red, font weight is bold. Student class, when it comes, this is the font, weight, roll number, the font, color, the total marks, all these, you know about these, color blue, font family serif, font weight, bold. What do you understand by XML parser? See, this parser is employed or used to read, to update and manipulate the XML document. It is actually a utility, very small application that is a part of a bigger software like Oracle 11 and most of the web browsers, they contain this XML parser. So the parser reads the XML document and it tests whether it is well formed according to given DTD or a schema, XML schema. XML is a data descriptive language. Yes, it is, because It implies that you can create your own tags to describe the data according to your choice, your requirement, your benefit. So you don't need to have any prior knowledge to create or understand these tags, unlike HTML. List the standards defined by W3C regarding XML. As we said, that World Wide Web Consortium is recommending XML. So there are certain standards defined by W3C which need to be followed by XML based application. First of all, XML must be directly usable over internet. Almost all or wide range of application must be supported by XML. XML must be compatible or backward compatible with its parent HTML. The number of optional features in XML should be either 0 or should be absolute. XML document need to be very clear or human can read it. It should be human readable. XML structure must be very formal and very concise. What do you understand by XML document system? Explain with the help of a pictorial representation. The XML document system is a combination of the types of document. When you make an XML document, first of all, XML is the actual XML document which we are talking about. The DTD is there, which is actually the document which defines the structure and rules of the XML document. DTD is document type definition. Then you have style sheet for appearance. So this specifies the style of the XML document. So there are two types of style sheet available in XML: cascading style sheet CSS or XSL, extensible style sheet language. So the formation would be something like this. You have an XML file. This contains the actual data. DTD, this contains the grammar rules for this XML document. When you combine it with appearance, the styles for the XML document, then your XML document is ready. This is the combination of XML document, DTD document and style sheet document. What is the use of document type declaration and how it is different from DTD? DTD is document type definition. Document type declaration is something different. This document type declaration is used to specify document type definition document that contains the grammar rule or guidelines for a particular class or section of XML document. See, this document type declaration, it begins with this exclamation mark doc type. So we'll see a code and I'll show you that what is document type declaration. This doc type is saying that the animal system is linked with anim.dtd. This is DTD. But here doc type is saying that this is the document type declaration and the document type is actually your DTD. So the DTD is doing what? It is the document that defines the structure and the rules of the XML document. So we have this snippet of the DTD document by itself. So this is the DTD document. You have this doc type which is saying, okay, this is document type declaration. And here it is specifying that all these things you have to have a root element along this. This is saying that, okay, you will have some child elements. This PC data means this is going to be parsed according to this DTD by the XML parser when you make an XML. We'll see some XML application oriented questions. Represent the following XML code in a tabular form or tabular format. So here we start the XML. This is the style sheet which is included. So here is an author list. Inside this author list, we have an ID of an author, the last name and the first name. And we close the author list here. Then we again start the author. We have an author ID, last name, first name. So first name is, let me tell you, he is Mehboob Alam with this ID. Then Vijay Kumar with this ID. Then Deepika Gill with this ID. Then Arsh Atre with this ID. And Diya Bisht with this ID. And Puneet Saxena with the previous ID. And Lalit Joshi with this ID. Then we close the author list. So how can we form? We can form this, or we can represent this XML in the tabular form, and it will be represented like this. We will have ID, this AU ID, then we have the L name, this, and then we have the F name. So how to represent this? The tabular representation of this code will be something like this. Author ID, last name and first name as it is given in the XML. Identify whether the following code is well formed or not. Let us see. This is XML. We start. Okay. We have given the encoding also. Then employees is the ending root, but there is no starting employees here. Still we have some content. The name, address, date of birth, date of joining is there, but employees, the root tag is not being represented anywhere. So we can say that this code is not well formed because there is no root element in the starting. Find mistake in the following code. First of all, this is okay, XML. Then these are the tags. These are the comment tags or comment. The person is the root element. This is the root element. Then now we have name. Name is there. Inside this name we have first name, last name. Then again we have address. So inside this address we have house number, lane, city, state, country. Okay, let me take you back. Here I saw something. This is F. This is capital F. Please remember, XML is case sensitive. This is not going to work. Either you make this capital F or either you make this as small f. Now the address is done. Now contact number. The contact number, landline, mobile, contact number ended. So there is no end root. What was the root? Root was person. But as we see, as we go along, there is no end tag for person. So there are two errors we can find out. First, the person tag is not closed and the casing, that is the F of the closing tag, is incorrect. Check whether this following XML is well formed or not. We started with XML. We have given the version, we have given the encoding. This is the root tag. Inside this we have CD, title, artist, company, price. All names are okay. There is no casing difference, uppercase, lowercase. Then again we have CD. Inside this we have title, artist, company, and price. Catalog is ended. So I think everything is good. Yes, it is a well-formed XML document, and this document follows XML guidelines and use the some examination questions we are going to see unsolved, but we will give the hint also. Draw the XML tree for the following code. Shopping mall. Inside this we have first floor, food toy. The first floor close. Second floor, food toy, shopping mall close. So this is shopping mall. Then we have first floor. Then we have second floor. Inside this we have F shop, FS, and then toy shop. Because this also second floor has the same, we can connect it also. So the formation would be something like this: shopping mall, then first floor, second floor. We can combine this because they both have same food shop and toy shop. Other question is, which of them is the correct statement? So all XML element must have a closing tag. This is correct. All XML elements must be in lowercase. No, they can be in uppercase also. All XML document must have a DTD. No, it is not mandatory. So we see that this is the correct. All others are incorrect. So A is the correct answer. Next is the XML file conforming to syntax or grammar rules is called. Is it a valid document or a well-formed document? When it is conforming to syntax and grammar rule, it is well-formed. When it is conforming to DTD, then it becomes a valid document. So answer is C, well-formed document. Dash is used to describe data and dash is used to display data. The XML is used to describe the data and HTML is used to display the data. So XML and HTML is the answer. Anything written between dash is taken as a comment. See, in HTML and XML, the comment are same. So HTML has this comment, so this will be the answer. See, this is the comment. What is the full form of DTD? Document type definition. C is the correct answer. XML stands for what? Extensible Markup Language. Which one is this? First one. Extended, no. Extensible Makeup Language, makeup, no. So the first one is the correct answer, A. In all XML documents, the dash element is the parent of all other elements. Root. We also call it as a document element. Root is the correct answer. So these were few questions which came in examination of XML. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.